Hi everyone, welcome back to Made with Love by Glama, where everything here is always made and taught by me with love. Please excuse all the noise, that's our ferret Max just going stir crazy in his cage. Okay, so today we are going to make that cute crocheted hair bandana. My daughter's been asking me for one, so I finally made a pattern for one, and the reason I didn't put it up last week like I said I would is I started off with thicker cotton yarn, and I didn't like how stiff it was, so I went ahead and used Aunt Lydia's number 10 crochet thread, and I think I like the flimsiness of that better. This is what the 100% cotton one turned out like, but when you tie it around your head, this part right here on the side of your face tends to stay folded a lot like that, and she didn't really like that very much. With the thread, it's a lot flimsier, and so when you tie it around the head, it doesn't stay up like this. It flattens more. So you might want to go get yourself some crochet thread before you start this tutorial. So this is what you'll be needing for today's tutorial. Number 10 crochet thread, a 2.0 millimeter hook, a pair of scissors, and a tapestry needle. Okay, let's get started. And as always, before we get started, I wanted to let you know the nail polish color of the day. It's by Color Mates, and it's in the color Little Blue Box. I always like to let everyone know the name of the nail polish color at the beginning of the video, just because you'll be looking at my hands for the majority of the tutorial, and just in case you like the color and want to run out and get yourself the same color. Alrighty guys, and also this is the perfect time, if you haven't worked with crochet thread, for you to maybe dabble in it a little bit, practice with it, because this is a small project, and it'll kind of help get you used to working with crochet thread in case you ever plan on making like that Irish crochet type of projects, the lacy tops or the lacy dresses. That is my ultimate goal, is to make that type of clothing. Okay, so to get started, we're going to start with a magic ring. You start off just like you're making a slip knot. And with this working yarn back here, you're going to lift it up with your hook, and you're going to bring it to the back, and that's it. That's a magic ring. Okay, now I'm going to make my ring a little smaller, just because when it's a smaller ring, it's easier for me to work with. Okay, so now chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now we are going to make 3 double crochets into that magic ring that we just made. Okay, so there's 1 double crochet, 2, and our third one. Okay, and now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to make 3 more double crochets. Okay. At the end of every set of 3 double crochets, we are always going to chain 1. Okay, and now we are going to make 1 last double crochet. So this is what every row is going to look like. Every row is going to start with a chain 4, and then every row is going to end with a chain 1 space and 1 double crochet, and then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the end of row 1, and now that we have our chain 4, we're going to turn our work around, and we're going to make 3 double crochets into that big space right there. But now that we finished row 1, we can pull our tail nice and tight and close that magic ring. And you see how it's forming that triangle for our bandana? Awesome! Okay, so now let's double crochet 3 into that space right there. We're going to have 3 double crochets in there. One, 2, and 3. So that's what the chain 1 spaces are at the beginning of every row and at the end of every row. It's so that we can put our 3 double crochets into that chain 1 space. So after every 3 double crochets, we're always going to make a chain 1. And that chain 1 is where you're going to make your 3 double crochets in the next row up. Okay, so now that we have our chain 1, we're going to yarn over and we're going to look for that center chain 1 space right there, and we're going to make 3 double crochets into there. Okay, so there's 3. And now, remember, chain 1 after every 3 double crochet. And now we're going to make 3 more into that same space, because this is our center space. And that's how we make that point, by making 3 double crochets, a space, and then 3 more double crochets into the same space. So we want to continue with the point, so we're going to do that at the center of every single row. So there's 1 double crochet, 2, and our 3rd one. Okay, and now we're at the end of our 3rd double crochet, so we chain 1 as always, and now we look for the next chain 1 space and we make 3 double crochets into that. 1, 2, and 3. Once again, now that we've made our 3 double crochets, chain 1, and this is how we're going to end every single row, with a single double crochet. And what I mean by single double crochet is just 1 double crochet, not a group of 3. And then we chain 4 at the end always. There's 4. Okay, and now we're going to get ready to start row 3. And that's it. So you're basically going to do that until you have maybe 22 to 24 rows. I might change it up a little bit to see which one I like better. So to count rows, you count the center clusters right there. There's 1, 2. We're on our 2nd row. And now we're going to be starting our 3rd row. And now, as always, we chain 1 and we make our last double crochet. And then we chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's how you end every single row. Okay? And so to begin every row, you turn your work around after your chain 4 and you put 3 double crochets into that first big space, and then you chain 1. And you're going to do all the big gaps right here, all the chain 1 spaces. You're going to put 3 double crochets into there, and then chain 1. 3 double crochets into there, and then chain 1. And then you find your center chain 1 space, and you put 3 double crochets into there, chain 1, and then another 3 double crochets, and then chain 1, and do the exact same thing. 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets into that last gap, chain 1, and then 1 double crochet, and then chain 4, and then turn your work around and do it all over again. And like I said, I'm going to do this probably for between 22 and 24 rows. When I get back, I'll let you know how many rows I did. Okay guys, have fun! Okay, so I'm back and I went ahead and I made 26 rows for this bandana, and I went and tried it on my mannequin and I like this so much better. I'm going to take the camera over to my mannequin right now to show you why I like it better. I brought the mannequin to us instead of me taking the camera over there. Let me see if I can show you why I like it better. I know it's a little bit dark. Let me see. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. We can see that it's nice and flat. It's not leaving a big old fold right here. And this is what she looks like from the side. I hope you can see how nice that looks. So I love this. I actually like 26 rows more than the 21 that I did on the previous one. Alrighty, so that's how I'm going to keep it. Okay, now stay tuned for further instruction. Okay, so now that I know that I like the 26 rows, I am going to finish this off. So I did my last stitch, I did the chain 1, and then I did a double crochet, and I'm going to chain 1 there, and I'm going to get my scissors and leave a little tail. Okay, and I'll just pull that through and snug that down, and you are finished with the bandana portion of it. Now we're going to make the tie strings for it, so you can tie it around your head. Okay, so to make the tie string, I'm going to make a slip knot, leave myself a little bit of a tail, and I am just going to chain probably 60. Let me incorporate the tail just so that I don't have to deal with it later. I think I will. This is so hard to hold on to. Okay. I'm going to incorporate the tail for a couple stitches. Come on, come through. There we go. Oh wait, I left one of the loops. Okay, now I'm going to drop the tail and just crochet with the regular thread. Alright, so I think I'm going to make between 60 and 65 to 70 chains. Let me think. I think I'll do 65. Okay, so meet me back here when you've got 65 chains. Okay, so I've got my 65 chains here. You can make yours longer if you want. If you think you're going to want to tie yours with a little bow tie in the nape of your neck, you can make it maybe 70. But I've got 65 right here. And so bring your working yarn up to the top there. And this is where we left off our bandana. And so what I'm going to do is I am just going to slip it into that space right there. And I am going to incorporate this tail that we left on the bandana, and I am going to connect it. So there, that's connected, and now I'm going to put 2 single crochets into that same space. I sure hope the camera's in focus. You know, this is a new camera and I bought it because my old one was starting to go out, and the old one was not good at all for my beauty channel. It wasn't showing the correct colors. So I just put 2 single crochets into there, but this camera is not working so well for my crochet channel because every time I move the camera wants to go out of focus, so I might have to buy another video camera for my crochet channels. I'm hoping I don't. hoping I can figure out this whole focusing thing. Okay, so we put 2 single crochets into there, and we're going to do the same thing all the way down the length of the bandana, the flat part of the bandana. And we're going to put 2 single crochets into each of those big spaces, okay? So I'll do a couple with you, and then I will let you go on your own and do the rest, and then I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so 2 single crochets per space. There's my second one, and like I said, I'm incorporating this tail. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay, do that all the way till you get to the other end, and when you get to your other end, I will meet you there. And I did want to, I almost forgot to tell you this. If you're making this for an adult, this is the perfect size. If you're going to make this for a child, then just make less rows. Make the triangle smaller, and just periodically check it on the child's head to see if it fits well around her head. So okay, so yeah, just you can make it for anybody. You just have to try it on them periodically to see if that's the length that you like. Alright, I'll see you at the other end. Have fun. I've already done half the bandana, and I came to the center and I thought, oh, they're not going to know what to do at this point because I didn't tell them to put 2 single crochets into that center little tiny hole, and then move on and incorporate whatever is left of that little tail, and then put 2 single crochets into the rest of the big spaces. Okay, now I'm going to put 2 into this very last space, and then we're going to finish off with that. So there's 1, whoops, and 2. Okay, now we're going to make a string for this side. Okay, so now however many chains you made for that end, make the same amount of chains for this end. So I made 65, so I'm going to make 65 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I will meet you back here when I've got my 65. Okay, so I made my 65 chains, and then I added an extra chain, so 66, so that we can turn our chain around. And now we're going to be, unfortunately, working into the back of the chain where the little bumps are, and we're going to make single crochets into them, okay? So that extra chain is for the height of the single crochets. So go into the second chain from your hook. This is going to be a little difficult because it is thin thread. Whoops, did I get in? Yes. Okay, and then just make single crochets. It's kind of hard to hold, but we can do it, can't we? So just go into every single chain and make single crochets, okay? All right, and it's going to be a little tedious, but go ahead and do that all the way till you get to the bandana part. When you get to the bandana part, go into that with 1 single crochet in every single stitch that we made along there, okay? And you're going to go the whole length of the bandana with single crochets, just 1 single crochet per stitch, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other string here, okay? 1 single crochet all the way across, and then when you get to the end, put your single crochet into the last stitch and then chain 1, turn your work around and do the same thing. And you can do this for as many rows as you want. On my first one, I did it for about 6 rows. On this one, I'm probably only going to do it for 2 or 3 rows. Okay, so I just made the last stitch and chain 1, and then just cut a little bit of a tail, and then just pull that loop through and snug down on that, and then you're going to thread your tapestry needle and you're going to weave that in, and you are finished. Okay, I am going to go and try it on the mannequin and take a new thumbnail pic for it. I kept mentioning in the first half of this video that in the thumbnail pic for this video that I made 21 rows. Well, I don't even think I'm going to use that thumbnail pic that I was referring to, so everything that I said about that can probably be deleted, which I will try to do, because I like this fit better, as you saw on the mannequin a little bit ago. So I think I'm going to take a new thumbnail pic for this video, and I'll use this bandana. The other one I will use to cover up my mannequin's chest. If you notice, my mannequin was naked. So maybe I'll use the other one as like a little scarf or something for her chest area. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna go ahead and try this on the mannequin, and I'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like on her. Okay, so this is what it looks like on her, and there's the first bandana that I made. I put it around her neck like a little scarf, so you can use this bandana for like a little scarf or for a head bandana. This is what it looks like. Let me turn her around. Okay, that's what it looks like from the side. And now I'll turn her around for the back. So isn't this just adorbs? I love it. This is my mannequin Summer, because she has a nice summer tan, so I named her Summer. Alrighty guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I sure had fun teaching you how to make it, and now I'm so excited. I'm gonna go give that bandana up there to my daughter. She hasn't seen it yet. This one maybe I'll keep for myself, the bottom one. But yeah, so don't forget to like, fave, and share this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, okay? And just in case you haven't seen the video about me asking you to go and subscribe to my Glam It Up with Glama channel, you need to help me get to 1,000 subscribers, because as soon as I do, I'm gonna get to put makeup on Adam, and I might even put this wig on him. So yeah, that'll be fun, getting to make up my husband. He's such a good sport about it. Before I say goodbye though, I wanted to ask you to leave your feedback down in the comments down below as to whether or not you like the background music on this video. Let me know if you enjoyed it or if you found it distracting. Alrighty guys, don't forget how much Glama loves you. Don't forget to love yourselves, and don't forget to love everyone you come in contact with. Alrighty, till next time, bye!
Thank you for watching our Glama's channel.